This company faked $1.9 billion in cash balances before its shocking collapse in 2020. At its peak, Wirecard was valued at 3.2 billion euros. But it turned out that the company's co-CEO Marcus Braun had been cooking the books for years. He was arrested in June 2020 after admitting to the fraud. His co-CEO, Jan Marsalek, is still on the run, and the whereabouts of 800 million euros is still unknown. Braun was sentenced to 5 years in prison, but claims to have no money to pay back the victims. In a recent interview from prison, he said that he regrets his actions and takes full responsibility for what happened. But he also said that he doesn't know where the money is and that it wasn't his fault that the company collapsed. He said that he was just trying to make the company more attractive to investors. But it wasn't just Braun who knew about the fraud. Wirecard's auditor, KPMG, also knew about it. They had warned the management several times that what they were doing was illegal. But instead of listening, Wirecard's management decided to fire KPMG and hire a new auditor, which gave them a clean report and allowed them to raise 1.1 billion euros in new capital. The fraud was only uncovered when the Financial Times started asking questions about Wirecard's accounting practices. When the company finally admitted that it had been lying about its cash balances, its shares collapsed and it filed for insolvency. Thousands of investors lost their entire life savings, and many families were wiped out financially. But it wasn't just investors who lost money. Wirecard's biggest creditor was the German state bank, which lent the company 1.7 billion euros. They were so confident that they would be able to recover the money that they didn't even take out insurance against insolvency. As a result, the bank had to take a huge hit, and it was only bailed out by the other German banks at the last minute. In total, the fraud caused billions of euros in damage and led to one of the biggest financial scandals in German history. So what did we learn from it? Well, first of all, we learned that even the most sophisticated financial institutions can be fooled by fraudsters if they're not careful. Secondly, we learned that regulators need to be more proactive in protecting investors from fraud. And thirdly, we learned that no one should trust an auditor again. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to learn more about finance and business, make sure to follow for more updates. Thanks for watching and see you next time.